I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, which is likely to incense a great number of people out there, but it appears that the pro-Palestine demonstrations, which have been going on since the terrorist organisation Hamas attacked Israel, has cost the UK taxpayer between 17 million and 20 million pounds. Protests and demonstrations up and down the country have been frequent every weekend since the attack, and the amount that it has cost the British people is staggering. Mid-December, the Metropolitan Police alone had deployed up to 2,000 police officers every weekend, said to have cost the UK taxpayer an estimated 20 million. It has been the greatest amount of sustained pressure on the police since the Olympics in 2012. However, a review sent to the Home Office by Lord Warney has suggested that organisers of these pro-Palestine demonstrators should be told to foot some of the cost so the burden doesn't fall entirely on the British taxpayer. Now, the basis of his argument is because of the disorder that has been shown during these demonstrations. Now, we have all seen the footage of some of the most atrocious behaviour from some of these pro-Palestine demonstrators. We have seen outright anti-Semitism, anti-Semitic chanting, for example. We've seen open racism, where a placard of Rishi Sunak and Suella Braverman and their faces popped inside a coconut, implying, of course, that they are coconuts, which is a racist term, of course. We've seen open support for terrorists. We've seen fireworks being thrown at our police force. We've seen our police force defence us against this behaviour. We have very sadly seen our police appearing to appease one group, which is the pro-Palestine group. Now, I am not condemning the Metropolitan Police per se. It's obviously very difficult to be able to police such a huge demonstration with so many angry people in it. This does make me think of water cannons. This is something that I've been thinking about for some time. Now, Boris Johnson purchased water cannons when he was Mayor of London. These were then sold off by Sadiq Khan because Theresa May, who was Prime Minister at the time, forbid the use of water cannons. So Sadiq Khan sold them off. Now, water cannons would have come in incredibly useful for this type of situation. The police force have been essentially ineffective. They have had to police an incredibly large amount of angry and some violent demonstrators. They have been grossly outnumbered. And the UK taxpayer has had to foot the bill of around £20 million. Now, as someone who doesn't agree with these demonstrations, that kind of gets under my skin. You know, why is my money, why is your money being used to foot a bill for demonstrations where so many of these protesters have displayed anti-Semitic, racist, terrorist-supporting behaviour? In what world is this fair or right? Had the water cannons been authorised, perhaps we would have seen a very different situation. But then again, would Sadiq Khan, who has so often made his political views very clear, would he ever authorise them? It's highly doubtful. After all, the city has plunged into chaos and pretty much disintegrated under his watch. And then, of course, there are our friends at Just Stop Oil. Now, apparently, their protests have cost us £8 million. So think about it. Here we are, living our lives, and there they are, these pro-Palestine demonstrators causing havoc in the city, taking up police resources. You've got the Just Stop Oil bunch who sit in the roads, you know, completely oblivious to anything that's going on around them. And with a combined total of costing us around £28 million. Absolutely, should these organisers be forced to foot some of this bill, if not all of it? If they want to go out there and exercise their freedom of speech and create havoc and be violent, racist, anti-Semitic, well, no one's going to stop them, are they? Not in today's Britain. But why in the world should we have to foot the bill for it? Demonstrations should never have been allowed in the first place. If this country had any sense, it would have kept water cannons. It would have authorised the use of water cannons to stop this kind of thing. But no, in today's world, you can get away with anything so long as you're on the correct political side. That is the message that the powers that be have sent out to us. Because when we see this appalling behaviour going on in our own country, and we are the ones who are having to pay for it, we've got some serious injustice going on in this country.
Have you got what it takes to be a reasoned presenter? Well, send us a short clip of yourself to join@reasoned.uk and we might be seeing you on this very channel very soon indeed.